Many people believe that there is no point to life, that there is no purpose to life, that we being such complex organisms, living in such a complex environment, just happen to come into existence, and that when we die, everything will be over. A lot of people, especially when things are not going well for you, always ask the question, what is my purpose to life? Why am I here? Some people who do believe in God as well ask this question, and they question, why are we here? And that they feel that there is no purpose to their existence. Allah responds to these people in the Quran with the following.
أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون فتعالى الله الملك الحق لا إله إلا هو رب العرش الكريم وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما باطلا ذلك ظن الذين كفروا فويل للذين كفروا من النار.
Even the angels, out of their innocence, did not understand exactly why Allah was creating us, when Allah informed them that He would be creating humans. And they asked a question which I'm sure many of you might have asked.
وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَن يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون.
We know the angels have no free will and they're constantly worshipping Allah and obeying His commands. However, the scholars of Islam have told us that in the preceding verses, Allah was referring to the fact that Allah has given the humans the ability to think. The ability to think rationally and to come to the conclusion that there is only one God, Allah, and that we have to submit our will to Him and do good deeds. This is what gives the humans the edge over the angels who do not have that free will. Islam time and again encourages humans to use their intellect to come to this conclusion that there is one God, Allah, and to do good. So the purpose of life is to use your intellect as a means to come to the conclusion that there is one God, Allah, and then to worship Allah. Allah says in the Quran clearly,
وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ.
Let's be clear here. The worship mentioned in the previous verse does not mean to give the worldly life and to constantly stand and pray to Allah. No, Islam is a path of moderation. What was meant by the previous verse is that one has to be obedient to the commands of Allah. One has to submit their will to the will of Allah. This is what is worshipping Allah. If someone is constantly conscious of Allah, is remembering Allah, is striving to please Him, and staying away from His prohibitions, this all comes under worshipping Allah. If someone is going out to get an income so that he can provide for his family, this also comes under worshipping Allah. If someone is gaining an education so that he can get a permissible means of income, this too comes under worshipping Allah. Even eating or drinking, just so that for the sake of Allah, so that one can gain strength to do good deeds, all come under worshipping Allah. However, you might ask yourself, does Allah need our worship? No, Allah is far above this. And He says in the following verses,
مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُمْ مِنْ رِزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ يُطْعِمُونَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ.
ما محمد إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل أفإن مات أو قتل انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا وسيجزي الله الشاكرين. قل يا أيها الناس قد جاءكم الحق من ربكم فمن اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها وما أنا عليكم بوكيل.
Therefore, as mentioned in the previous verses, Allah does not require the worship of His believers. Only a weak God would require His creation, and Allah is far above this. To recap, in today's episode we talked about that we all have a purpose in our life. That purpose is to use our intellect and to come to the understanding that there is one God and that we should worship that one God. The benefit? There is no benefit for the Creator from our worshiping Him. But the benefit is to us. We'll be rewarded in this world, but the main reward, and the reward that will be the greatest, will be the reward in the hereafter. In the next episode, I will talk about the amazing reward that we will get in the hereafter. Till then, I'd like to leave you with the following verse of the Quran.
إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار